Hey all YouTubers and subscribers, I'm making my cabbage and noodles. First off, I cubed down my bacon. It doesn't matter what style of bacon it is. This is the Amish cured bacon, and I cut it down into little squares, okay? And it's frying now. What I'll do with this bacon is I'll let it fry up, and the bacon grease, everything goes into one pan. Now I picked all my cabbage. Of course, here's my cabbage. So all these little ones make good cabbage and noodles. Now I'm going to cheat a little bit because I usually make my own homemade noodles. But these are home-style noodles. These are the Amish home-style noodles. You can get these at Walmart too. Very, very cheap, and they do taste like good egg noodles. Since I have a bunch of little heads like this, I'm going to go ahead and use my food processor. In the meantime, I'm going to wait for my bacon to get done. It has to be done just like if you're frying bacon for breakfast. So I'm going to mess with that, get that fried up, then I'll show you how it's all done. Okay, what I decided to do, instead of putting it in my food processor, the cabbage, I'm going to go ahead and chop it up by hand. I have my favorite knife here. And I'm going to go ahead and chop all this up. Just chop it. Just keep chopping it until it's to the point where you don't have to core it or anything. Sometimes I core it. It all just depends, but I'm not going to core it for that. And you just chop it up. Put the needle down first. You don't want a piece of the piece here. Over here. Alright, I'm over here working. Just take your knife and just start chopping. Doesn't matter how stringy, how big, it doesn't matter. So this is one of those depression dishes that I've been taught to make for a very good meal. In fact, this is Jim's favorite meal. And his mother's favorite meal. So she's going to get some cabbage and noodles for supper. He's going to take it down to her, and she's going to have for supper. What I want to do is place all this cabbage in this pan. As I said before, you can go ahead and use a skillet. I usually use a skillet. But since I have so much cabbage here, I'm going to use this pan and just put it in the oven. And when you put it in the oven, you check it periodically to make sure it's not burning. And all you do is just chop the lettuce or the cabbage down. Make sure you have a nice sharp knife to do this with. Right, so after you're done with them, you're going to chop and chop the bread. But you can also put it in the food processor as well. Like I said, it doesn't matter which size leaf cabbage it is. I just have so much of it that I'm just going to make a big batch. I'm guaranteed it's going to be ate up too. So, I use my biggest skillet that I had from a bacon. Bake your bacon, whatever, you know, until it starts getting golden brown. As long as it's done. Now, I'm not a big fan on grease or oils. I'm not a big fan on that. So I'll only add part of the bacon grease to the pan. The bacon grease gives it the flavor. So, and as I stressed before, make sure your cleaning station is clean. And when you're messing around with meats like bacon, make sure that you use bleach water to clean your countertops or your cutting board to kill any bacteria that bacon or any kind of meat will hold. So, this is going to be a nice batch of cabbage and noodles. It is hot up here in PA. It goes from hot to cold, rainy, cold to hot, extremely hot. Reached 92 yesterday. It's supposed to be that hot today, so, and here I am cooking. That's okay. I enjoy doing it. Anything that you make homemade, you're going to have some waste with it, such as like a, I don't know, part of the big part of the cabbage, because to me it's hot. But I just put all the cabbage in the bacon to be done. Almost there. It's done. I'm not going to paper towel it. And as you can see, it's nice and golden brown. Just put it in with the cabbage. This is all you have to do is put it in with the cabbage. Usually have to dry the grease off. The grease is what I'm going to be using too. For all you bacon lovers out there. Okay, what I'm going to do is use part of the bacon grease. I'm not going to use it all because there is a fair amount of bacon grease here. And what I like to do with the bacon grease is go ahead and put it in a cup and put it in the refrigerator. But what I'm going to do is take a little bit of the bacon grease, spread it around. You see, I didn't use it all. Now, I'm going to finish cutting up the rest of my cabbage. I'll be back with you again shortly. Alright, what we're going to do is get the pan out and put our noodles on. And once the noodles are done, then I'll go ahead and add them to the pot. Set your oven to about 325 and just let it cook for, I'd say, about maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and until the flavor of the bacon goes through and the cabbage is cooked, and then you got your dinner. Alright, talk to y'all later. Alright, well, I'm going to add the salt to the water, and this is kosher salt. You can use regular table salt if you want. This is more coarse, and I think it tenderizes a lot better. So, I'll be back whenever the noodles are done. Since I am making such a big batch, I went ahead and used up the whole bag. Crap, it went on the floor. I guess I'll have to sweep the floor. So I emptied out the whole bag, which is 1 pound of noodles. But I wanted to get this out here to show you how easy it is. This is an old Depression dish. It goes back a long, long time. And it's very healthy for you. You have your vegetables, you got your meat, and you have your starches. So that's it, folks. Have a good day. Oh yeah, by the way, folks, I'm no Bobby Faye or what's that cook's name? Oh, Julius Childs. Okay, I cook plain and simple. Yeah, the Galloping Gourmet. I'm not a Galloping Gourmet. So I thought you'd laugh at that, but what I do cook is good healthy food and good nutritious dishes. And once my noodles are done, I will place them into the batch. Just stir by hand, okay? The noodles and everything, stir them up in the pan and go ahead and cook it up until when you know that the cabbage is tender and cooked, you know the dish is done. Alright, I'm going to do a Julius Childs here. Bon appetit.